Good morning guys, today I'm going to be doing some maintenance on my crazy cart as well as a couple upgrades. I will be upgrading to a Tottoms Pro Fork and Tottoms Castors. I'll also be replacing my steering wheel, chain, sprocket, and rim. Once I get everything installed on the cart, I'm going to go out for a ride and tell you what I think. But first, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and my crazy cart. My name is Dom, also known as the Mini 86, and I've been riding since March of 22. This is also when I started making TikToks about the cart. I got a stock crazy cart used off Facebook Marketplace for $200, but the battery didn't work. So I upgraded to a 36-volt battery and rode like that for the first year. During this time, I gained over 200,000 followers on TikTok, and to celebrate, I bought myself a 900-watt motor and a 48-volt battery. Now that I got the casters fully assembled, I'm gonna go ahead and put them off to the side and try to get our steering wheel off.
There's one issue with the steering wheel. There's a bit broken off into this, dude. I don't know how we're gonna get the steering wheel.
We're gonna get that off.
Bro's had to hit himself in the face, dude. Yep, we're never using this again. Don't break a bolt in there. We got something new. I don't know if Dom wants to introduce this. He is putting on his brand new Pro Fork. He's running an actual prototype fork.
No cutouts, no TT, straight beef.
Now look at the new one. You got the cutouts for weight reduction. Got the logo right there. Holes for his new brake mount that he's going to be installing. We got to do a few more things. You just got to get this removed.
The other day, I did get some new bolts for my seat. There was only one bolt holding in my seat. Got a solid seat now. I got some barbecue sauce on the bottom of my car. Brother got the sauce on his car. All right, let's get this fork off and let's clean this thing. That was Christian, or K-Matt's FD3S, who I met in June of 2023, a couple months after I bought my 900 watt. Later that year, we switched over to the charged up V1 brushless motor, and this is also when I switched over to the Amorge 48 volt 20 amp hour battery that I still run to this day. Look at this. This is my tension when I was in the mall. Now that we have the fork off, we have the ESC off, you can see how dirty the cart really is. I'm gonna go ahead and clean it, and then we'll move from there. In January of 2024, we started Tottoms, alongside Christian's brother Bren, who sadly passed away the next month. Throughout 2024, we developed the Tottoms fork, which made it easier to test a variety of motors due to how much wider it was than the stock fork. We designed 3 versions before we got to the Pro Fork that we are installing today. Just so you guys know, anything that doesn't work in the Tottoms shop goes on my cart.
Now, we got to use a torch. Sorry, powder coat.
We got some good teamwork. I stripped the bolts, and you get them out.
Bruh. You know what? You deserve to touch this fork, actually. Touch the bolt. I think we're retiring this fork.
Oh, watch my motor, dude. You thought you were done? These are stripped too.
Are they actually?
Oh. This is going to be way easier to do.
Because you can just nut it.
We can just... Look at this.
Brother Matt's.
Look. This boy is always complaining about his boof ass.
Alright, so
his boof ass.
I'll say,
car.
I'll be like, bro, my car is in bad shape, but then you're ripping full speed and I'm on your shit. What about that?
That's valid.
Fast forward to today, and I just hit 400,000 followers on TikTok. So thank you guys so much for that, and shout out to my TikTok viewers. And thank you so much for 30,000 subscribers as well. Your support recently has been amazing, and I appreciate you guys for real. We took a little break from working on the carts for a little bit. Shot a little content for the pedals. I got my motor in my fork, but the fork isn't completely assembled yet. I got the tire. I'm gonna run a Knobby Tire this time around just to go back to my old ways. Now, I'm running the charged up budget brushless motor, and I've been running it at around 1400 watts for the past 6 months. I heard Jeremy was talking about a higher voltage model, and I'm really excited to try that when that comes out. As long as it goes sideways, I don't care. You are now a Tottoms driver. Alright, so it's the next day and I'm at the spot. Unfortunately, I ran out of storage on my camera last night. The last thing I think you saw was me putting on the fork, so the only other thing I did was put on the steering wheel. I went with a black steering wheel, and I went with a standard size steering wheel again instead of the XL. So everything on the cart does look good. We got the Pro Fork. Unfortunately, the brake line was too kinked up, so I couldn't run that. Got the new casters. The battery is sitting a lot better. Got the new steering wheel. There's no drill bit on the inside. Brand new chain, brand new tire. Brand new rim, new ESC plate, so now this is solid. The cart looks amazing. I can't wait to see how it feels. This spot looks absolutely incredible. Let's do it. Let's do a little test rip. Right off the bat, the cart feels insanely smooth. The chain honestly is so important. And then with these new casters, brand new bearings in the casters, it feels absolutely amazing. And that's it right there. That's the track. Whew, that was fun, but it's sketchy out there. Riding right next to the water. I do not want to take a dip. Kart is feeling really good. The casters feel amazing. They're so smooth. Look at that. Those feel incredible. All I'm missing is the brake kit. Some of these corners, I'm coming in high. All I want to do is just hit the brake just a hair. All right, let's turn it up a notch. Backy, nothing crazy. Just to shave a little speed off there. Feels so locked in, dude. I could like let go. That thing is locked. That was a close one. I just found one of the craziest downhill spots. This thing is like a toga. Gets my heart racing, bro. That is sketchy, but it is so fun. Oh my, on the other side of this bridge, there's a super smooth spot. What is that? This spot is insane. This is exactly what I want my course to feel like. spot is so sick. That's about it for my tire today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like and subscribe if you did enjoy it. Leave a comment on what you want to see next. That's going to be it for today, guys. Peace.
Pokemon, go to the polls.
Yeah, you want like a piece of cheese? You want a piece of provolone cheese?
Yeah. Grab you a piece of provolone.
Yeah.
Got this? Charcuterie. Charcuterie. Charcuterie.